everybody? Hope you're having a great day and a great start to your weekend. Today we are going to do the top 5 likes of the 2018 Tundra. The little spin we're going to put on it is we're going to do the top 5 likes of the 2018 Tundra by myself and my father. So what you're going to see in this is I'm going to focus more on the top 5 things I like about the actual truck. And what I mean by that is the 2018 Tundra and the limited package. So I'm going to focus more on the truck. My father's going to talk about the things he actually likes about the Tundra. Now let's not forget, if you're new to the channel or anything like that, my father is coming from a 2015 Ram. Okay, so this is his first Tundra. He's owned a few different Tacomas, but this is his first Tundra. And he's had the truck for about a week and a half now. He's driven it in all sorts of different weather because it's been crazy around here. It's been warm, it's been snowing, it's been raining, and he's driven in all of it. We took it to a spot in Island Beach State Park, which, you know, he went on some gravel roads. He went up snowy hills that were unplowed. So he's had some experience with it. There's things he loved about the Ram, and in coming over to Toyota, there's definitely things he likes, and there is things that he dislikes. Today, we will focus on the things he likes, so please stay tuned. First, I will go, and once again, I will tell you about the things that I like about the 2018 Tundra and the limited package for sure. There are a few things. And then we will shoot over to him, we will bring him into the truck, and hear what his thoughts are, so please stay tuned. So my top 5s start outside the truck. It's a little windy, so there's the wind right there. I'm going to try to duck down here to use the truck as my protection. I'm getting too much chrome in the face. Hashtag no chrome, guys. But we will start up front. Hopefully you can see this good. My number 1 like on this truck, I really like the grill. And what I mean by the grill, you guys know I'm not a big chrome guy for sure, but I like that the 2018 comes with such great grill options. I like that there's a little bit of black in this now. It's a different look. It's definitely nicer than what we had in 2017 for the limited. And I also like the platinum that has the honeycomb. So the grill options in 2018 are way, way better than 2017 in my opinion. My favorite grill will always be the TRD Pro grill, but for 2018, great options. And then we will move on to the obvious. This is my number 1 like of this truck, but we're not really going in order. LED headlights, LED fog lights, by far fantastic upgrade from Toyota. I feel like it definitely modernized the Tundra right where it needed to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's more things I want to see, but these headlights and fog lights are fantastic. They shine great. We saw the video the other night. Hope you guys caught that. We did the headlight comparison between the 2018 and 2017. These are night and day. That's a funny pun. They're night and day better than the 2017 lights. Definitely awesome. If you have a 2014 to 2017 Tundra, you can buy these for your truck. Go to Sparks Parts. You can use the promo code Tundra234 and save 5%. Now, coming from the Platinum, you guys know I always talk about how much I love the seats in the Platinum, and I do, but there's something about these seats that I really like. It is real leather, okay? It's just a different type of leather. It's a different grade of leather, we'll call it. And the thing I like about these seats more than the Platinum seats is these are probably very easy to wipe off if you drop something on it. So say, for instance, you spill soda on it, you could definitely wipe it clean, okay? But on the Platinum seats, right here's all perforated. They're, you know, air-conditioned seats, heated seats, cooled seats, whatever. But these, I think these are way more heavy-duty, and they're actually very comfortable. Same seats I had in the Pro, but I definitely appreciate these more. These are definitely near the top of my like list for this truck. Next up for my like list, we have the gauge cluster. I have fallen in love with this gauge cluster. I definitely like this a little bit better than my 2017, especially the information screen and all the stuff that this gives you. This right here and the LED headlights are definitely the 2 main things I like most about this truck for sure. But I love that, you know, there's so many things you can do with this center screen now versus the 2017. Look, there's all your blind spot monitoring, there's all your Toyota safety sense. You can go for messages, settings. You can also see your tire pressures, which when you turn the truck on, it takes a minute for that to adjust. Trailer brake control. It's just awesome. I love it, and I've actually learned it a little bit. At first, it looked like science to me. It was scary, but now I am a big fan of this. I love that there's the digital readout. This is my favorite part, the digital readout for the speedometer. I know I could always look at the speedometer, but I have that in the FRS, and I don't think I've ever looked at the actual speedometer in the FRS because of this digital readout. It's just easier to see exactly the speed you're going, so I'm definitely a big fan of that. And last but not least, my final like is more about the limited trim in general. I love what they give you on the limited trim. I love the fact that I can get the limited in a Crew Max or double cab. All right. I love the fact that this truck has a little more luxury than the SR5. You know, little things here and there. You can get leather without stepping all the way up into the Platinum or the 1794. You get that power center window back there, which I'm telling you, if they had that on the TRD Pro, there is a very good chance I would still be in the TRD Pro. It was one of my few gripes about the truck. That should be power on everything, because it's very, like, obviously you can't reach back and grab it. You can't reach back and do anything with it. So obviously you're gonna need power, because what if you're driving and a storm comes, right? What if you're driving and a storm comes and then you got to pull over to shut it? Come on. I mean, it should just be a power button like it is in here. I think this truck is very well laid out. Like I said before, I really like that the wood grain is a darker wood grain that actually goes with the black color inside the truck. It's just a well put together truck. It's a good amount of options without going overboard like the Platinum or 1794. Now in the Crew Max Limited, you actually, you know, you can get a moonroof. There's a little more options there, obviously, because it's a Crew Max. The whole window goes down in the back, which is cool. And I'm a big fan of my, you know, power sliding rear window. Don't get me wrong. But I love the fact that in this double cab, which is exactly what my father needs as far as cab goes, he didn't need a bigger cab, he needed more bed, that's a power window, just like he had in his Ram. So I definitely like everything they did. I love the fact, like I said, that you could get a limited in the double cab. I feel like that's one thing Toyota should definitely work on. I think they would sell a lot of Platinums and 1794s in a double cab configuration, because a lot of people want the bed. So they either gotta make what we always talk about, which is the Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed, or they need to make double cabs up in the ultimate trim. That would be very cool. I know other brands don't always put their best trim with the double cab, so this would be something special. But in talking to you guys when we did a video about that not long ago, a lot of you guys would buy it. So this would be something very cool to see. So definitely love this truck for sure. So let's turn it over to my father now. So I've had 5 Tundras, and those are my top 5 likes. But how about someone who's never, ever owned a Tundra? Tundra Dad. It is his first, so we're gonna hear his top 5 likes. Please go ahead, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Well, my first Tundra, yes, very first, but I am a 4 or 5 time Tacoma owner. I think my first one was in 1995. Anyway, I loved it then, and I've had a few in between, but I've had a lot of cars over the years, okay? A lot. So I can really draw on a lot of experience. I mean, I've had everything from Alfa Romeos to Mustangs to Triumph Spitfires to Dodge GLHs. So I've had a lot of vehicles. I think I've driven every major brand. So I'm getting older now, and the thing is that I'm looking for something that is going to last me a long time. I think my car shopping days have not ended, but dwindled down quite a bit, because I don't want to deal with it anymore. You know, I just want things to be simpler as I move on, considering I just retired. So what did I do? You know what they always say? You always go back to your training in a stressful situation. They say that, and it's the truth. You always go back to what you've learned. So I've gone back to what I learned, and my first like for this vehicle is the brand. So I've gone back to Toyota. Now, why did I go back to Toyota? Well, because I'm reverting back to what I know, what I've learned, and from what I've seen over the years. And you mention Toyota to anybody, and what do they always say? Reliability. Boom. First thing. And you get guys out there, oh, no, not reliability. It's not the best truck. Well, in my case, it was reliability. I've driven it many, many miles through many, many storms and off-road, and I did a lot of things with it, and I liked it. But I wanted to try other things, have different experiences with different vehicles. So I had trucks, I've had cars, but I've always gone back to the truck. So brand recognition and reputation is probably my first like on the Tundra. Now, my second that I love a lot is the Toyota Safety Sense, the collage of safety equipment that's in this vehicle to help the driver as he moves along. And let me tell you this, as you get older, you may not be as sharp as you were when you were 20, okay? So this stuff comes in handy. You might miss something, but the truck's going to pick it up. And that was another thing I looked at. The pedestrians going across traffic, or I love the blind spot. Never had that. That's one of the biggest things.
Especially with the pedestrians where you live here in Seaside. This is a summer town. There are people all over the place. You can attest to that all the time in the summer. Bikes, walkers, runners, surfers, everywhere.
Everywhere. And they're on vacation. Listen, they have this thing about when they're on vacation, they have the feeling that they can't get hurt. Well, wrong. Okay? You just can't walk in front of somebody, expect them to stop and or see you, and think that you're not going to get hurt. So yeah, this town goes from 2,000 off season to approximately 10,000 in season, okay? And that rotates constantly with the weekly rentals as we move along. Okay, so that was that on that one. What I liked about it also was the size. Okay, I believe that size equals, also I'm going right back to it, safety. You got a lot of idiots out there driving, texting, driving, watching videos, driving, reading newspapers, driving, just thinking about other things. There's a lot of things going on in people's lives, and they're not thinking about driving because they think it's just a natural resource. But I like the size. I feel protected in this size. I feel that if anything happened to us, God forbid, we'd be okay. And with all the airbags and everything else that's in this truck, I think the size was a good choice. That's why I didn't go really with the Tacoma. Now, here's a big deal. For some of you guys, not such a big deal. I wanted something simple, all right? Turn the key. I don't care if it's a key. I don't care if it's a push button. I don't care if I'm walking to the car and it says, "Good morning, Tundra Dad." I don't care. I want to get in the truck, turn the key on, put on my favorite radio station, warm up the cab, and drive off. I don't care about pushing buttons so I'm getting Bluetooth and who's messaging me and all this other crap.
But you have that, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I have it. I have it. It's here. It's here. But for me, simplicity is a key. The dashboard's not complicated. You push a button, you get the reaction that you need. You don't have to scroll through pages of information to get to where you want to go. Okay, so I turn the key on, everything is set up, I drive off, happy as a lamb. Okay, that's one thing, simplicity. The truck is simple. I mean, look at it. It's simple. Now, steering. This was a thing I found from the Ram, just coming from the Ram. Okay, the Ram seemed a little bit stiffer in the steering. I don't know how to explain it or how to really talk about it. But when I drove this, I found that the steering was a little less effortless, okay? Especially when I'm turning into a tighter spot. And I believe they're both about the same size and everything like that. So, yeah, the steering seems a little different to me, and I kind of like that. So, and on the road, you set it, and I call it, you set it and forget it. You know, it's not stray and it's not wandering all over the road. But if it did, I have lane departure warning, so what the hell? So, hey, maybe I'll start reading newspaper driving. But anyway, those are my 5 likes. And they're kind of off the cuff, off the chart likes. You know, I'm not saying, oh, I love the stereo and the 18,000 speakers and my supercharger and everything else.
Are you dissing me?
No, not dissing at all. These are realistic, real life, kind of my expectations of a vehicle. And I'm telling you, I drove APCs in the Army, Armored Personnel Carriers, Alfa Romeo, Spitfires, Chevy Novas, Ford Mustang. I mean, I've driven them all. And I've reverted back to my training, and it came back to Toyota. And that's what I'm going with. And that's what I'm hoping, that I'm going to have this vehicle for a long, long time. Toyota dependability and reliability. That's all I got to say. Tundra Dad, ooh.
Well, you can see where I get my on-camera skills from. Well done. Thank you for that. So that is our top 5 likes. Please comment below the video. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we missed any likes, and come on back tomorrow for the other side of the coin while we talk about what we may dislike just a little bit about this truck. Got a couple. What we may dislike a little bit about this truck. But for now, comment below the video. Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. I want to feature your truck. Send me pictures. Send me the trim. Send me what you've done to it. Send me where you're from. Send me your social media names. Send me it all. TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day.
Peace out.
Bye.